Good evening, and welcome to this episode of It's My Turn Now, where everyone gets an opportunity to express themselves. Everyone gets an opportunity to express themselves, share what's on their mind. Um, Let us know. Having a little difficulty, so bear with us on today. A little difficult, technical difficulty, but we'll try to figure it out here. Trying to make sure we go public. Seems like every week I tend to have a challenge with getting it to go public. So that's what we're trying to do. But um, welcome to once again, to this episode of It's My Turn Now. We're having a special episode. You may wonder, hey, is this Monday? Because normally we're on a Monday at the same time. But no, it's not Monday, it's Thursday. And I want to do a special episode doing with mothers and Mother's Day. What does Mother's Day mean to you? For so many people, uh, Mother's Day means different things to different people. So I'm not sure what it means to you. And please let us know what it means to you. Let us know that you're on here. Please share. I can't see right now if you're on here, so I want you to share. I'm trying to get to go public as usual. But if you're on here and you hear me, you see me, give a comment. Let me know that you're on here. I think it's a very interesting subject. I just feel led to deal with the subject of Mother's Day. What does Mother's Day mean to you? Because it means so much to so many different people. It means different things, and it's one of the most important days that we have. The reason why I chose to deal with what does Mother's Day mean to you, because Mother's Day is such an important day, and it means so much to so many different people. Uh, it's one of the most recognized days of the year. It's a time when we take time to reflect on our mother, even if your mother's not alive, which my mom is no longer with us, but I still reflect on her memory. I still reflect on what she meant to me. And I think it's a time for all of us to reflect on, what our parents meant to us. And as a therapist, Mother's Day means different things to different people. It means different things to different people. Uh, everyone does not see or view their mother in the same way. Some people view their mother with love and admiration, and for some people who have maybe been brought up in an abusive home, they do not see it as their mother's loving. So I want you to tell us, what does Mother's Day mean to you? When you think of Mother's Day, what do you think? Also, I want you to give me an opportunity to shout out to your mom if your mom is still alive, and there may be a possibility that you're you may have some other mother figure in your life, someone who may not be your mother, may not be a biological mother, but may nevertheless have impacted your life. So give you an opportunity to share that with us and let us know what your thoughts are on that. So again, I don't know if I'm on public or not, but please leave your comments. For some reason, I'm not able to see your comments, uh, and I'm trying to. Hopefully, it'll show up, but we'll get it. So hopefully we'll get the comments, because one thing often is the programs we have. The comments are very, very good, and we certainly appreciate each and every comment that you make on here, because it's impactful. It makes a difference. It not only does it I enjoy it, but I had so many people that enjoy the comments that everyone makes. So uh, again, it's so important that we recognize our mothers, because the mothers are so impactful. One another reason that I did want to do this, I want to bring attention, those of you who are watching, I want to bring attention to those ladies who may not be a biological mother, who may not. All right, God bless you, Sister McDonald. First one, maybe to see. Uh, Appreciate you. She says, "Praise the Lord. God bless you. Praise the Lord." I wasn't sure if anyone could see me, because it's not really going public fully, but we thank you for coming on. Another reason I felt the need to do this is because Mother's Day is this coming Sunday. And I always encourage pastors, any of you who have read my book, The Empty Quiver, there's a section that I talk about Mother's Day, how Mother's Day affects so many people. In particular, it affects women who are unable to have kids. Sometimes I hear mothers saying, "Boy, I don't know. I have all these kids. I don't know what to do. All these kids, and wish I didn't have any kids." But on the flip side, there are so many women that wish they were able to have a child or are not able to bear a child, as well as there are mothers who have had children and who have lost a child, especially with the amount of crime that's going on. Young people are being killed every day. Young parents are losing their children. Sister Walton said, "Praise the Lord, everyone, and happy Mother's Day." So there are mothers who have had children that who have lost their child. And the reason why I want to point that out is because as we go into Mother's Day, I really want to make you aware of that because um, many pastors. I remember sharing this with Bishop Byron Johnson. I remember sharing that with him because he said, I never thought about that. There are many mothers on Mother's Day, and we gloat over the mothers. And I think we should. I think that's the right thing to do. But they said we want all the mothers to stand, all the mothers to stand. And here's a young lady that wants to have a child. There's some that don't want, but here's a mother that would love to have a child, and she's unable to stand, not because she doesn't want to, but it's because she's unable to. And so I want you share with your pastor, share with your minister before Sunday. So what I normally do is, all right, Sister McDonald, happy Mother's Day to you too, firstly. All right, God bless you. So I want you to do is put the word out there to your pastor, your shepherd, your leader. Mother's Day, yes, we want to recognize all the mothers, but there are women who have mother spirit. Because you have a child doesn't necessarily make you a good mother. But there are some women who have a motherly spirit, who have nurtured children, who have taken children in, love children but don't have children. So Mother's Day, it means a lot different things to different people, and sometimes we don't even focus on that aspect of Mother's Day. Then some people have lost mothers; their mother has passed and gone on, and so this becomes a sad time for them, especially if this may be um, the first Mother's Day without your mother. And so there's a number of people who have lost their mothers. I'm going to give a shout out to my cousin Leah Roosevelt, who recently lost her mother on I think a week ago today. She lost her mother. So this is going to be her first Mother's Day without her mother, Sister Oneida Height, or we call her Vale Height. Such a sweet and precious sister in the Lord, and we're going to miss her dearly. And so when you have a special mother, a precious mother, and she's no longer here, it can be pretty difficult. Mother's Day can be a pretty lonely time when you're close to your mother and she's no longer there, because many of us, our mothers are a lot of times have been our guiding force there for us. People talk about ride and die. Most of us who have had a good mother, the mother has been a ride and die. She's been there for you. She's covered you. She protected you. She nurtured you, and she was there for you. And so I think it's important that we recognize that. Amen. God bless you, Sister Melody Menace is watching. That's my friend and family from Nassau, Bahamas. I called them my family. But Mother's Day brings a lot of different things. It impacts a lot of people different ways. And so tell us, I wonder how it has impacted you. Let us know. You can click on the link on my Facebook page and come on live, or you can text us, know how Mother's Day has impacted you. Evangelist, Minister, First Lady Melanie Menace says, "Happy Mother's Day from Bishop Menace." Amen. That's my brother. I call my brother Bishop Menace. I need Bishop Menace to give me a call though. But tell us what is Mother's Day? Is are you looking forward to Mother's Day? Is Mother's Day an exciting day for you, or does it bring sad memories? I remember the first Mother's Day I had without my mom was a pretty sad Mother's Day for me, because I was sharing with my wife that normally on Mother's Day when my mom was living, Friday before Mother's Day I would take my mom out, and then Mother's Day I would take my wife out. And so that was a special time for us. Do you have any memories? Share with us. Type in or come on live. If you have some memories of your mother, you want to say something about your mom, please feel free to shout out. And so that's why I'm having this special program on tonight. Normally we do have it on Monday nights, but I just wanted to get that out and especially share that with the pastors, your pastors. Share with your pastor. A pastor, maybe some ladies here that do not have children. So one of the things, we want to be recognized people. We also want to be sensitive to those who may not be able to have children, those mothers who would like to have children, and mothers who are no with us. So it's that time for folks, individuals who don't have their mothers there with them. So if you got a comment, please let us know what your comment. Do you feel like that you had a good mother? Did you have a good mother? You say, I was blessed to have a good mother. Everybody's not blessed to have a good mother. I deal with clients whose mothers are on drugs and, they're locked up. They're into all types of things, and they were absent parents. I've dealt with clients who from the age 12, 13, 14 had to raise themselves up. So if you were blessed to have a good mother, type in here and say, I was blessed. So let us know that you're blessed to have a good mother. Because everybody, we take those things for granted, but everybody has not been blessed to have a good mother. And a lot of times, young ladies mirror their mother. When you look at yourself, where you realize or not, sometimes people say, I don't want to be like my mom. But guess what? If you were to ask people around you who knew your mom, there are some attributes that you just naturally pick up from your mother. So, tell us about it. Some people, they adore their mother. They want to be like them. There's some, they don't, they don't necessarily do it. If you're a mother and have a child, if you're a mother, what are you expecting from your kids for Mother's Day? There's some mothers that don't expect anything, and there's some mothers that are disappointed. Are you expecting your kids to give you some for Mother's Day? Do you even celebrate Mother's Day? Some people don't celebrate Mother's Day. So do you celebrate Mother's Day? Some celebrate, some don't. And what are your plans? Husbands, what you plan on doing? What you plan on doing for your wives for Mother's Day? Husbands have to make sure you take care of those wives on Mother's Day. It's an important time. God bless you, Sister Mackenzie. Says, Happy Mother's Day, Lady Walton. God bless you. Sister Allen says, praise me, everyone. I was blessed with a great mom. Thank you for sharing that with us. Everybody wasn't blessed with a great mom. And it's really sad. I've seen families where mother and daughter are at it, cussing each other out to the point. Sometimes the problem is that the mother and daughter are, they're a lot alike. If you're a mother and you're blessed to have good children, type in and let us know, because there are some people who children cause them a lot of grief. If you are blessed to be a mother and have had children, and your children have not caused you a problem, that's a blessing. All right, man. God bless you, Lady Tate. Say, I have a friend who has never been married or had children of her own. She is an educator who has been a mother figure to hundreds of children over the years. I always wish her a happy Mother's Day. She deserves it more than many of the natural mothers whose children she ministers to. That is so true. Thank you for sharing that with us. There are some women who just have a motherly spirit. And I think, let me ask you a question. There are many ladies I know that don't have children. I'll tell them Happy Mother's Day. Who says that you can't wish someone a Happy Mother's Day? So, and thanks for sharing it with us, Lady Tate, because I think there's nothing wrong with telling someone Happy Mother's Day. It makes them feel good. Or you can say, you recognize them who they are. again, there are people who have biological children, but they're not really a mother. They are absent parents. Sister Sister Allen says, I have two great young adults. And that's good. Thank you for sharing with that, because it's good to let the kids know, let people know. I think we in society, a lot of times people do not appreciate other people. And sometimes we don't let people know what we think about them until it's too late. I'm encouraged. If you have a mother, love that mother. Don't take her for granted. Some people don't have the money to do, but your presence, a communication. And Sister Tate, she's talking about the friend of hers, but Sister Tate had an excellent mother. She was a sweet spirit, soft spirit. I remember her. She was so kind. Every time I went to the house, she was just such a precious jewel. And so, many times when a person is a good mother, she not only affects you, but she affects other people as well. Just affects so many people. I remember many of my friends coming up. Some of their mothers were so kind, and there used to be a time you can go to your friend's house and go there for dinner and knew that mom was always going to be cooking, cooking something good is going to be cooked. But a lot of mothers today don't do any cooking. Just say, I was blessed with a wonderful mother who was a beautiful mother to her children and married spirited children. So true, and I can vouch for that right there. She was such a jewel, such a sweet spirit. So we want to recognize them, and their memories go on in our lives. And sometimes where we realize or not, the things that their parents put in, especially mothers, the things that they put in us is there. Mothers have such an impact. When you see these athletes on TV, you don't hear nobody say, "Hey, Dad." Everybody say, "Hey, Mother." Hey, Mother. Mother's Day. A lot of times on Mother's Day, if I take my wife out, we try to get to the restaurant early because, man, the restaurants are packed on Mother's Day. Packed. You can't hardly get a seat. You got to wait for hours to get a reservation. My wife called today. We were talking about a restaurant. Just curious, they said they had a couple of sheets, pages of waiting lists. However, on Father's Day, my family took me out last year for Father's Day. Guess what? I said, "They'll wait, no wait at all." But mothers are so special. But I wonder what about that? And I just something else I haven't think about. There are men that have had to play the role of a mother in the absence of a mother. There are some men who have been a widow, who have children that they had to be the mother and the father. So they had to be that nurturing aspect. The old saying, it takes a whole village to raise a child. So it's not only you, but many times I remember coming from church, the mothers. We had some tough mothers back in those days. Those mothers were pretty tough. Some of them show love, but some of them, they show more of the disciplinary side than the loving side, and they will correct you. They may even pop you, and the son would even pinch you. You heard that right? Those mothers would pinch you. Anybody ever have your mother to pinch you? Of course, you can't do that right now because they'll call that child abuse. But hey, that's what the mothers did. That's what they did. So let me ask you a question. Are you expecting your kid? Now, listen, I guess most people are not going to say, I'm expecting my kids. A lot of times they'll say, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry." But, if your kids don't do anything for you, I think, too, many mothers, now correct me if I'm wrong, but many mothers, they kind of like bragging rights. My son did this, my daughter did this right here. They did this right here, and they want bragging rights. Sister Dora, God bless you. I was blessed to have a very good mother. It's been 13 years since the Lord called her home. Sometimes Mother's Day is a hard day for me. And she was a good mother to all 15 of us. Now, Dora and I, we all came up in an apartment, her family, and our family. And many times we just pick whatever house you wanted to for Sunday dinner. And her mother always had 15 kids. So must have fixed for 45 kids. So many times we'd go over there and get something to eat. But she was also a sweet person. I unfortunately, Dora just lost one of her older sisters, and I was at the homegoing service on Saturday, and I told Dora, I said, Dora looks just like your mother, and she said I was about the 30th person that told her that. So a lot of times we do remember our parents, and then sometimes I wonder, do we ask ourselves, do I measure up? Is there a question sometime in your life? Do you ever ask yourself, do I measure up to what my mother was? Do I want to be the type of mother that my mother was? Because some of the ladies today they really don't want. Back in that time, we had Dora's mom, other moms there. Then they had different ladies they called Big Mama. I don't know if any of y'all remember Big Mama. We always had Big Mama in the neighborhood. Big Mama didn't take no stuff, but Big Mama would cook. She'd do a whole lot of things. And so if there was a problem, we could go to our mom or our grandmother. But now, I talk to young people now. Mama's clubbing it up. Grandma's clubbing it up. So they don't really have anybody to talk to and nurture them. So what do you think about mothers today? What kind of mothers do we have today? What kind of mother do you want to be? Do you think that you are the type of mother that your mother was? What's different between you? The way that you were reared and the way you rear your children. Do you rear your children the same way that your mother did? So some people say, I want to be just like mom, but then there's some things that you may want to do different. So you tell me what's different, or do you aspire to be just like your mom? Because I know some people say, I don't want to be anything like my mom. My mom was mean. My mom was this, it was that. And so, and to me, that's really sad. And there's some situations where I know of that mom was pretty rough. Mom was a rough person, and I can understand that. But I think it's important too that you love your parents. If your mom is alive, learn to love your mom. Learn that moms make mistakes. Moms are not perfect. Moms are striving to be the best they can, and we have to learn how to love people. Don't wait till something happens to your mom. I always remember that TV program. I don't know the young people remember that, but The Imitation of Life, and where the young lady at the end of the show, when she never wanted to be identified with her mom, and that was one of the time when they had racial. Well, we still have a lot of racial challenges, but she looked like she could pass for white. Her mom was just opposite, and so she was ashamed of her mother. But at the end of the show, she came home to see her mom, and mom had died. And she would run behind the casket crying, Mama, Mama, I love you. And it was too late. Mom couldn't hear it. And she's crying. And so I think it's important that we let people know that we love them while they're alive. Yes, mom's not perfect, but embrace your mother. Let your mother know that you love them. Young folks sometimes take that for granted. So don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till it's too late to tell your mom you love. Do something special for your mom. A lot of times I give different other people Mother's Day cards. My mom is not alive. And so I've had other people who I've been close to. Mother Johnson, the late Bishop Byron Johnson's wife, she calls me her number 3 son. And each Mother's Day, I always have gotten her a card and a gift or something like that every Mother's Day. So there are people out there. There are even mothers that don't have children that you can adopt them as your mother. If you've lost your mother, you can find someone, either they have a child, if they don't, find someone that you can adopt as your mother. Take them out to lunch, take them out to dinner, take them out to breakfast. And this is, so do you have any plans? Anybody here? Do you have any plans for Mother's Day? What are your plans for Mother's Day? Are you going to cook? Are you going to take the kids out? Sometimes when you have a large family like Dora, 15 kids, it's kind of, that's kind of hard thing. You're going to take 15 kids out to any restaurant or anything. So I'm sure most of the time her mom did the cooking. So are you going to cook for your kids? Are you going to have your kids over? And sometimes it's difficult because, people have their own families. So, they have their own family. Your kids have their family. So it makes it difficult. So, as I said, I had family, had my wife, so I would take my mom out on a separate day Friday, I would take her out. The last time I have a picture, the last time I took her out was Red Lobster. And I said, get whatever you want, Mom. And then my wife, I take her out on Mother's Day. But I do remember back to sharing with you how some people, it's difficult. Now, some people are have no problem with children. It took us 11 years to have a child, my wife and I. And I can remember many Sundays when Mother's Day we were at church, and they said, we want all the mothers to stand. And she was not able to stand because she was not able to have a child. And so I've always been sensitive and aware of that when it comes to a number of women. There's a number of reasons why women don't. Some are able to, but the husband. There was a young lady I worked with years ago on my job. She was adopted, and she married a gentleman, had 2 kids, and she wanted to have children, but he didn't want it. He did not want to have any children. And she would share with me that, it just broke her heart that she was not able to have children. So Mother's Day means a whole lot to different people. And that was a very sad time for her. I wonder, what about you? Share with me some of your thoughts on here. What does Mother's Day mean to you? Is it just another day? Some people, just another day. What does it mean to you? Is Mother's Day just another day to you, or does it have a significant meaning to you? What are your plans? Do you have any plans for this Mother's Day? I don't know. I always try to do something for Mother's Day. I don't try to break the bank because I try to do what I can all year round. So, I think it's important that you don't just put all your emphasis on one day of the year, but try to be thoughtful and considerate all year round. I wonder, as a mother, any mothers on here, would you be disappointed? You might not want to admit it, but if you're bold enough to admit it, you can go ahead and admit it. I wonder, are there any mothers here that said if your children didn't give you anything, you would be okay with it? All right, this is my wife on here. Prayer, love. I wonder, so Shirley, if I didn't give you anything, if I didn't take you out for Mother's Day, would that be all right with you? You can respond back there. Would it be all right with you? Okay, I don't know. She put another. I don't know if her respond to me or what. Put another praying and love. I guess she said, I'm gonna have to pray for you if you don't. I don't know. But I wonder, does that make you feel? Would you feel less loved or less as a mother if your children didn't do anything for you on Mother's Day? I guess I could see where you would. I guess I can see where someone for, because I'm telling, when Father's Day comes, I like gifts. The love languages. I guess that's one of my love languages. I don't mind getting gifts. Okay, you said thank you. Okay. I don't know what that was. Thank you was for. I appreciate those on here because I really didn't. This is kind of a short notice, but just kind of placed in my heart to deal with the subject of Mother's Day. I was out of town on Monday, and been out of town for a few days, and so I wasn't going to do anything. But then, just specifically, I wanted to share with those, because to me that's very important, is share with as many people as you can, your friends, on Mother's Day. Tell the Reverend, if you have any influence, tell the Reverend. Remember those who are not mothers, who do not have children, or who have lost their mothers. It can be a pretty sad day. It can be a pretty sad day. I've heard someone was telling me that they know someone who's having a funeral on Mother's Day. So that's going to be, I think that would be an extremely sad time. But their mother died. Her funeral is going to be Sunday. That's a little bit different to have a funeral on Mother's Day. And so I wonder what would that be like next year? Would that, how would that affect them, the children, the grandkids, all those Mother's Day? So I don't know. So it's a lot to deal with mothers. We say we appreciate our mothers, and we should appreciate mothers. I think my idea was I can never do too much for my mom. I was married. I took care of my wife, but I also make sure that I honor my mother and honor what she did in my life. So listen, if you don't hear, let us know. Are you expecting something from your kids, your children for Mother's Day? Are you expecting something? If they don't give you anything, would you be disappointed? If they don't give you anything, would you be disappointed? See, y'all don't want to answer. Y'all don't. Listen, you can go ahead. Well, yeah, you can go ahead and be honest if you want to. I think people say, we say, oh no, don't worry about it. No. But I think it's pretty safe to say most of the people are going to expect something. Okay, listen to what Mark said. He said, although I was very young when my mother passed away, I do remember some wonderful things about her. And I heard she was very smart, a businesswoman, and a great seamstress. So you must have got that from her because you're also a great seamstress as well. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sister Shirley. My wife lost her mom when she was 10 years old. And at 10 years old, it's a critical time. Does anyone here else have lost their mom? And I know there's a lot of precious memories. Even at 10 years old, there's a lot of precious memories that you have of your mom. I heard Dora said that it's been 13 years. I was at home going to serve her mom, but it's been 13 years since her mother left here. And I'm sure she thinks about her mom all the time. I'm not sure how long it's been since Sister Tate, since your mom, I don't remember how long it's been, but I remember at that service as well. I can't remember how long she's gone. But I wonder, for those who lost your mothers, how does Mother's Day affect you, and how do you deal with that? Is it difficult for you, or has it gotten easier through the years? Just let us know it's gotten easier through the years. But I think one of the highest honor that God gives a woman is the ability to be a mother. So I do empathize with those ladies who would like to have children that don't have children. So I guess I can ask a question again. I talked about that earlier. How many of you, like Sister Tate brought very good idea, very good thoughts. She says she has a friend that doesn't have children, but she still wishes her a happy Mother's Day. It's okay. I think it's okay to give a Mother's Day card to someone who's not a mother, because it does say, it really, you're not saying happy being a mother, is happy Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is a national recognized day. So you, just like any other, have a good day. You wish them happy Mother's Day. And I think that's something that really touches people's hearts. And I've done that for years, and I've had people who didn't have children say, I really appreciate that. Just saying happy Mother's Day to them, you don't know how much I appreciate that. See, it's just the little things in life that are important. And sometimes we take these things for granted. We take it for granted. If you have a mother, don't take it for granted. Don't take it. Let me see. My mom passed in 2013, and I miss her so much. I was blessed with a sweetly saved mother. Mother's Day is a day for me to remember and give thanks for my years with my mother. I also love to spend time with my children and grandbabies. As far as gifts, I'm fine if my children don't give me anything. I enjoy seeing them or talking to them on Mother's Day. So thank you for sharing that with us. So she's saying that she doesn't really, she's okay if they don't get, but she appreciates seeing them and hearing from them. I think it's so special because some people live out of town. They live different states from the parent, but they can reach out to them. I've talked to like as a therapist, I talk with a lot of people who say, I haven't heard from my child. I don't hear from my kids. To me, that is so sad. What type of person, what type of man, and sometimes some parents have not been there. There's some parents, we grow, there's some parents maybe at the early stages of the kid's life, they're on drugs, their life was hard and they struggle to turn their life around. But nevertheless, they still are their mother. They're still your mother. It's still your father. And some people are in therapy because of the resentment and anger that they have for their parents. They're in therapy because of it, and I deal with that, and I do understand the hurt and the pain that has been caused. So that's why I emphasize back: if you have a good mother, thank your lucky stars if you had a loving, God-fearing mom, because everybody can't say that, and there are a lot of people who can't say that. It used to be a time that was not the norm, but because of times we're living in, it's so much that um, the Bible says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax strong. So a lot of people, the love is just not there. People don't have love for others like this. Some parents don't have love for the kids. Rest on in Jesus, Sister Nancy Cease. Amen. God bless you. God bless you. Rest on. And another sweet sister, Nisi. So, Sister Nisi, how long has it been since your mom passed? I think I remember when your mom passed not too long ago. God bless you. God bless you. Sister Marie says, I celebrate. I'm having a hard time reading this, so y'all bear with me. My computer's acting up, so it's not allowing me to see everything clearly. But it says, I celebrate my mom by remembering the good times and lessons she taught. I think that's a tribute to every mother, that when their child can say that I remember the good things. December 23rd is when my mom passed. Okay, yeah. So that's like it's been that long ago. But I know there's some precious memories there. I think it's a beautiful thing when you have a mother that you can say that I want to be like her. I want to be like my mom. And also that you can say, I want to honor her memory by contributing to society, uh, uh, by acting and living in the principles that your mom shared with you. There's a lot of things, I wonder sometimes, sometimes when people, when the mother died, some of the kids go south. They're just the opposite because they're hurt, they're angry, and rather, but, I wonder, can they say, well, you know what? I want to honor my mom's memory and living the best life I can be, contributing to society, being the best Christian I can be, being the best person I can be. And so I always say, in my mind, I always say, they're up in heaven watching you. They're watching you. Their spirit is there and push you and encouraging you. And so I think, again, if you have a good mother, you are blessed. You're doubly blessed. You're doubly. And, we talk about the virtuous woman, and we don't hear that a lot anymore. We may only hear on Mother's Day, but there are women there that have virtuous qualities. Now, I know everybody's not perfect, but, you can strive for perfection, strive to be the best you can be, strive to be all you can be. And just trust in God, be example. And I like Sister, going back to what Sister Tate, try, if you don't have any biological children, you can be example as a Christian woman, as a woman, you can be example. Nurturing, caring. These are attributes, I think, of a mother: being nurturing, caring, being supportive. These are some traits that have. Again, if you don't hear, please share, give your comments, let us some likes, let me know that you're on here. Because I have a lot of people who tell me, you know what, I watch you every week, but and they never give a response. I was talking to someone from Michigan just this week, and they were telling me, I watch you every week. I said, I've never seen you on there. They said, well, I watch it. So give us some likes, give us some hearts. Let us know that you're on here, so that we'll know that you're here. Because I had never seen him, never knew he was on there, but he's on there. So Mother's Day. Then there are some churches, when Mother's Day comes, they honor the First Lady. I wonder, do you intend to honor your First Lady? Do you intend to give her a card? Do you intend to call her up or give her something? Everybody likes gifts. Everybody likes to be appreciated. Everyone likes to be appreciated. God bless you, Sister Carter. She says blessings. God bless you. Everyone likes to be appreciated. Everyone likes to be appreciated. We have a few more minutes. Tell us, what does Mother's Day mean to you? Is that an exciting time? There's some people that like to celebrate. They like to celebrate often. I enjoy celebrating. So Sister Carter says, yes, yes, yes. Now I'm not sure what the yes, yes, yes part. You have to kind of tell me what it was. But I mean, I enjoy celebrating I enjoy celebrating Mother's Day doing showing acts of kindness for my wife and my family. I mean, I think anytime you can take something and celebrate it in the times we live when things are so difficult, take advantage of it. Don't let it forget to call your mother. Husbands, please, husband, I'm gonna give you some advice, please. If you got I ain't gonna say if you got your good wife, you got your wife, period, because she married you. Thank God she married you. Look out, do something special for her. Let her know that you appreciate it. Don't take her for granted. I hate to say it. There are a lot of men out there that just take their wife for granted. Mother's Day don't mean anything to her. If my wife told me not to give her something, I would give her something, give her the receipt. If she wants to take it back, she can take it back. But my wife doesn't want anything. She doesn't want anything. She don't care about that. Nothing wrong with showing kindness anyway. Show kindness because it's good for you. It's good for her. I enjoy it. Does me. I enjoy, buying my wife something for Mother's Day. I enjoy doing it. So if she don't want it, she can take it. All right. Sister Carr said, honoring the First Lady. So true. There's some people who don't value the First Lady. I was at Bishop Chin, my good friend Bishop Chin's anniversary service, and I had the honor, the pleasure of being the master of ceremony. And my wife and I, we presented her a package of things some things that my wife made, and also a monetary gift. And what I was telling them, a lot of times, the mothers, the First Lady is not recognized when it comes to church structure. First Lady often is many times overlooked, and they make some tremendous sacrifices, and people want the pastor's time. They want the pastor for counseling, all types of things. And so I think it's a good time, Mother's Day, her birthday, a good time to really show her that that you care for her. Sometimes people say, oh, she knows I care. But love is an action word. Thank you, Sister Marie. Said First Lady should be acknowledged, and this is a good time. Tell your First Lady, give her a card. If you ain't got no money, just give her a card. You can get a card anywhere. You can go to the dollar store. Sometimes that card's $2 for $1. Some beautiful cards. So it doesn't cost a lot to just show kindness, appreciation, and gratitude. Yeah, we have just a few more minutes. We're gonna wrap up right at 9:00. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Hopefully, again, I want to reemphasize the fact that share with your pastor, share with your leader. There are ladies in the church that may not have children. So when the pastor, I want all the mothers to stand. Remember, be aware of the fact there are women in the church that don't have children, or women in church that have lost their children, or the child of children, and that can be a very sad time for them. And so I wrote that in my book, The Empty Quiver. And so I often like to share that because a lot of pastors don't know that. I shared that with the pastor in the conference. I was at the AWCF conference in Evansville early part of the weekend. Matter of fact, it's wrapping up today. And he said, I never thought about that. So there are a lot of pastors that don't think about the fact they get excited. I want all the mothers to stand. There's so many women in the church that are don't have children, can't have children for one reason or another. So oftentimes what I'll say is I want, recognize all the mothers, and then say, we want to recognize those who have motherly spirit. All the ladies stand, give them opportunity to stand. Because you've never been in that situation, you don't know how it feels. So I have heard some husbands say, she is not my mother, speaking of their wives. Well, okay. Well, that's thanks for sharing. That's another subject in itself. We could do a whole segment on that. I think any man that has a wife should respect his wife as he would respect his mother. She may not be his mother, but he can have the respect for her as he would have his own mother. And I was sharing with someone just the other day. There are some good mothers and there are some bad mothers. I know a number of individuals who have been divorced, and their mother contributed to the divorce. The mother may not have had the wisdom, and so she contributed to the divorce because she had nothing positive to say about his wife. And the book I wrote, the Window to Understanding and Building Healthy Relationships, I talk about various attachments. And so there's some people that have attachment. Some men have attachment to the mothers, and they can't break loose of that attachment enough to be able to value and appreciate their wife. And if you can't break away from that attachment enough to value and appreciate your wife, then you have an unhealthy attachment. No man should say, "Well, she's not my mother," and I'm sure she knows she's not your mother. If she's not your mother, then don't act like a baby. Somebody say, "Amen." Don't act, because there's a whole lot of men out there talking about she ain't my mama, but he's acting just like a baby, and want her to treat him like a baby. He wants her to act like his mama when he wants something. But the other time, no, she ain't my mama. So thank you for sharing that with us. That's so true, unfortunately. Sister Marie said, "Amen." False sister. So brothers, don't be saying she ain't your mama. She knows she's not your mama. You don't have to say that, but just show us with some kindness and show us some respect. And sometimes men don't want to be corrected. Thank God if you got a wife that loves you enough to correct you, and she can do it in a loving way, you learn to value that woman. She helps you. She makes you better. So some people don't want criticism. Some people cannot accept any type of criticism, whereas constructive criticism, where they just can't handle it. You can't handle it. So, but you got to be able to take some criticism sometimes. And who better to criticize you? It took me a while to realize my wife, she criticized me, but I realized that she criticized me because she wants the best for me. So, we have talks, and, and we'd say, hey, this, maybe this is the way, how do you present it to me? How do you correct? Do you say in love? And so knowing that she's saying love, it makes it a lot easier. So a few more minutes. What are some of your plans? Are you going out? Some wives like to just cook dinner. There's some, I know people, there are times when I offer to make my wife dinner on Mother's Day, but she said she wasn't feeling that, mainly because I'm not a cook. I can bake now. I just started cooking last year. I just started baking and cooking last year. And I have to admit, I've gotten pretty good at it, but I just started baking and cooking. And my wife has always liked to cook since we've been married. And I used to tell her to teach me how to cook. She says it's just quicker for her to go ahead and cook. And so there's been sometimes I've offered to cook for her. If the wife is the mother of the husband's children, he should honor her as his children's mother. Also, he should be an example in teaching these children to honor their mother. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that Sister Tate, that gets involved because I deal with a lot of folks who have children and are wives, ex-wife or something, children. But I think that you should respect regardless. If you are remarried, still you can honor and respect that the children's mother. Never talk about that children's mother. You don't have to dog the children's mother out. You don't have you have to just show respect. It goes a long way. I think that's reflects on your character. Many times, because one spouse doesn't like the other spouse, they run down the other spouse to know with kids, and that's the worst thing to do. Big example. tell those kids if you marry, you know, you can let the kids encourage the kids to buy Mother's Day. I remember we were kids like 9, 10 years old, going way back. Uh, my mom would give us money to buy her a gift. And but we thought that was so special. We never realized at that time, I didn't realize it was her money. But, you know, I once she gave it to me, I felt like it was my money. And I was so excited to just be able to go out and to shop and get something for her for Mother's Day. So, you know, you could be example. Time of giving. Sister Walden, if I like my gift early money so I can enjoy all my day. I was sharing with the client. I was doing with a couples therapy session on yesterday, and I was sharing um, with one of my clients the importance of timing. You know, when you do something for your spouse, something important for timing. And I thought about my wife. I have no problem giving her gifts. See, I like to give her a gift. Like for Mother's Day, I like to give her a gift at the end of the day. It's like you wrap the day up on a real positive note. But she likes her gifts. She wants her gifts first thing in the morning. Matter of fact, she could get, if I had something for her, she'd be happy if I gave it to her on Saturday, you know. But I said that, you know, so I recognize she likes that. So I'll make sure, let me see, that I have your gift early morning. So everybody's different. It's her day, so I try to, you know, cater to her if that's what she wants, you know. Then again, you know, Father's Day. I'm so glad Father's Day is right around the corner. So, you know, we see what's going to happen on Father's Day. You know, I might have to put a post in there. I like, you know, because I don't care. You can give my gift early, morning, late, just as long as you give me something. I don't care. As a thought that counts. So I don't think I'm real particular, but I guess if you ask my wife, she might think I'm particular. So, what are you expecting? We got 6 more minutes. Tell me, are you expecting anything for Mother's Day? Or will you be disappointed if you don't get anything? Will you be disappointed if you don't get anything from your kids to Mother's Day? I don't know if most people would probably feel comfortable. I think, you know, I asked that question, but I think a lot of mothers would. A lot of mothers would, you know, probably wouldn't want to answer that. You know, like I said, I think one of the things I found on Mother's Day is about bragging rights. No mother wants to say, my kids didn't give me nothing. I mean, they say it, you know, and it's really sad when they say it. But most mothers want to say, my child did this, and my child gave me this, and my child gave me that. So I guess there's not too many people on here going to say, no, it's okay if they don't give me nothing. Especially if they had the means to give you something. Now, if they don't have no money, they're not working, that's a different story, you know. And I think a caring mom would understand that. But then again, you don't really have to have too much money. You can go to the dollar store and get something if you don't have any money. And then I tell people too, you know, especially men, you know, you have all year round. Don't wait till last minute to get those cars. And I'm gonna have to admit, I one year, I guess this is probably about 12 years ago, I waited till the last minute to get a Mother's Day card. I think it was I'm confession gift. I think it was, I guess about 12, 13 years ago. And I waited till the last minute. I never forget, I went to the drugstore to get a card. Man, those cards all picked over. The card I got, I think it cost about $10, $10 or $11. I didn't even know you could pay $10 or $11 for a Mother's Day card. But I didn't want to come home without no card. So I just took it, and that's what I did. But I'm encouraging. I don't know if we haven't had any men come on here and say anything. If there's any men that's listening on here, now I know a lot of people that's scheduled. People are used to saying this program on Monday, so I know a lot of people are not maybe aware. But is any men up here? Tell you what your thoughts are on Mother's Day. Do you have plans for Mother's Day? Are you gonna take your wife out? What are your plans? You know, are you gonna go out as a family? You know, are you gonna go out as a family for what are your plans? So I don't know if we have any men on here or not. Maybe they didn't make it on tonight. Again on Monday night, and we will be back on again Monday. We'll be back again on Monday. We're scheduled to have a pastors roundtable discussion this coming Monday. Just talking about different ideas, different things that pastors deal with. So that should be pretty exciting for this coming Monday. have the capacity. And I think we're going to do a segment on that because I think it's just good for people to hear what the pastor's thoughts. So we got a few more minutes. As the preacher said, got about 3 more minutes. So if you got a comment or a thought, please share it with us. Please let us know what your thoughts are. Again, we appreciate you being on here. Appreciate your comments. Gave some very good comments. Even when we go off, if you want to give a tribute to your mom, feel free to give a tribute to your mom. If you want to shout out to someone, because there are some people who will view this right here at a later time. I have a lot of people say, well, I didn't get to see it live, but I did get to see. And there's some people who maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe a week or so. I have people commenting on posts. I had someone comment on a post from about 3 months ago. Just now got around to reading. So please feel free to leave a comment, even when we go off the program. If you think of something, please feel free to share those thoughts with us. And again, we're glad that you took the time to be on here. I'm wishing all you ladies a happy, very happy Mother's Day. Wishing you the best of Mother's Day and nothing but good things. I hope you enjoy yourself. If you're alone, if you have children, spoil yourself. Spoil yourself. Take the time to spoil yourself. Buy yourself something. Do something special for yourself. I think it's always good to just pamper yourself. It's Mother's Day. If you raise children, even if your children are no longer with you, or regardless of what circumstances, if your kids not there, pamper yourself. Or always you can find someone else. There are a lot of older ladies that don't have children. The children may be deceased. Find someone that you care about, someone who has inspired you, and ask them, do you mind if I take you out for Mother's Day? I'm sure they would love it. God bless you, Sister Tate. Amen. She says, thank you, Bishop. You're quite welcome, Sister Tate. Such a sweet sister. So I'm wishing everyone a happy Mother's Day. Enjoy yourself. Make the best of it. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. The fact that you are a mother. And I deal with a lot of parents in counseling, family counseling. Some parents, their children may be locked up in jail or whatever. That doesn't make you less of a mother. So I want to say that. Celebrate yourself. Only thing you can do is give your children the tools to work with. And if they don't receive those, continue to pray for them. Love yourself. Don't feel like you're a failure. You're not a failure when you try to do your best. You're not a failure even if you make mistakes and you try to straighten it out. You may not have been the most perfect mom, but you did what you could. And so don't beat yourself up. Celebrate yourself. Listen, everyone, enjoy Mother's Day. God bless you. We love you. We'll see you on Monday for Monday's episode of It's My Turn Now. God bless you. Thanks for being on here. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Be blessed.